Most jobs are highly competitive, so how you present yourself on paper can make the difference between getting called for an interview or not. Let's explore the segments of resumes, the different formats, uncover how to choose the right template, find words that present you in the best light, and discover best practices. If you've accessed this course through our learning management system, you have access to helpful handouts and templates available for download. We're going to start with the resume segments, but in a few moments, I'll show examples of how it all comes together. First is contact information. Your first and last name should be prominently displayed on each page of your resume. This helps hiring managers keep your information together if the pages become separated. Some opt to include all contact information, like address, phone number, email address, on both pages, but that level of detail is optional. It may be good to play it safe and list your name and email or name and phone number. If you're reusing your resume, verify that all the information is still correct. Remember to include the area code with your phone number. Recruiters may be calling from different cities or states. Never assume that they know your area code. Plus, it's common to see locals with phone numbers based in different states. Make it easy for them to reach you. Be sure to have a professional email address that you check often. While it may be comical to have a quirky email that matches your personality, when applying for a job, it's best to have a neutral email address, or at least one that doesn't make you appear unprofessional. Monster.com stressed this by saying, people pay attention to email addresses, and if yours is unprofessional, hiring managers will notice. A variation on your first and last name, with random digits if it's a common name, is the safest bet. The Summary of Qualifications segment is known by many names. You may hear it called Professional Summary, Executive Summary, Summary of Experience, or many other names. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the purpose of this section. This is the segment where you describe your strong character traits in a few words. It's usually 3 to 5 sentences. Mention your current job title and professional experience that you would bring to the table to help the employer achieve their goals. Whenever possible, include numbers and percentages when listing key achievements to help prove your ability to deliver results. It may be tempting to copy and paste skills from a sample resume just to have a completed document to submit. Try this instead. Look at the job description and identify skill-related keywords. Those are the skills you want to highlight. For example, if you're applying for an engineering position, you wouldn't want to waste time bragging about your marketing skills. Make this skill relevant to the position you're applying for and limit it to about 5 skills. Writing too many skills can be overwhelming. Hiring managers are looking for hard and soft skills. Hard skills are teachable and measurable abilities such as writing, reading, or the ability to use computer programs. Soft skills are the traits that make you a good employee, such as etiquette, communication and listening, getting along with others. For example, if you're applying to work as an office assistant, list soft skills such as teamwork or problem solving, time management, or organization. The hard skills would be knowledge of computer programs or typing 70 words per minute, etc. Both are important and should be highlighted to make your resume stronger. If you have prior experience with a particular skill, feel free to mention it here, using positive words like intermediate or moderate. The experience section is where you provide a brief description of your work responsibilities. It's important that you use this space to show your contribution to your current and prior roles. Instead of simply stating what you did, tell the impact that it had as a result. For example, Indeed.com says, instead of saying you collected survey data from email subscribers, which is task-oriented, say collected survey data from 1,000 email subscribers. Use this data to implement 4 new marketing strategies that helped increase sales numbers by 15% within 3 months. By following this example, you provided results that show you were successfully able to complete that specific job responsibility. List your formal education beginning with the highest achievement. If the highest achievement is bachelor's or master's degree, you don't have to show high school. If you didn't finish high school, emphasize relevant work experience, certifications, and qualifications instead. If you don't have relevant work experience, list any education that shows that you're qualified for the job. If your education is still in progress, it's appropriate to state in progress or list the anticipated year of completion. Let's look at some examples. First, a quick reminder of the resume formats. There are many templates online that can help you build a resume. Some will call the template by the format name, but most will call it something else, so it's important to recognize the characteristics of each resume format so you know which one to choose. What you need to know is that there are three basic types of resume formats: chronological, functional, and combination. If you have years of solid work experience with no gaps in employment, the chronological format will likely be the format that you'll use. It's the most common and widely accepted format. It's favored because it's easy to read and clearly shows your work experience, starting from the most recent role, then the one prior, and so on. What if you don't have that solid work experience? The functional format may work for you. It highlights your experience and skills without focusing on dates. This format isn't a popular choice though. It often doesn't provide the details the hiring managers are looking for, which means it could keep from being selected for an interview. If this is your best option, go ahead and use it. Just be prepared to provide detailed answers to questions that arise. The combination format takes the ease of the chronological and combines it with the functional formats focus on skills. It helps potential employers quickly see how your skills and professional experience relate. Like chronological, the combination format may not be a good choice if there are gaps in employment. To learn the pros and cons of each format, access our Choose the Right Format course in the Learning Management System or find it on our YouTube channel. Let's connect the dots on what we've been discussing. Here is how the chronological format will appear. We have the contact information across the top. This will be the same for all formats. Remember to include your name on the second page. Then we have the summary of qualifications where you'll highlight your qualifications for the position you're applying for. This is also the same with each format. The differences start with professional experience. Here we have the job title, company name, location, and start and end dates. You'll list about 3 bullets that detail accomplishments with quantifiable results, along with any soft skills the employer will find desirable. Then do it again for the next title, and so on. If you have additional skills that you want to highlight, it can be done under additional skills. This is an optional space that can be omitted if you want to designate more room for professional experience. Next is education. Like contact information and summary of qualifications, education is the same in all formats. With the functional format, we keep the summary of qualifications but removed professional experience. In its place, we have skills and accomplishments. It doesn't show company information in this section, it simply highlights skills. You'll start by listing a major skill that is relevant to the job description, then detail relevant accomplishments in about 3 bullets. Since this format can appear vague, it's important to provide results, meaning state what you did and what the outcome was. This is known as a results-oriented task, whereas stating your job description is known as task-oriented. The more you attach a number or percentage to a responsibility, the stronger your resume becomes. In a separate space, we have work history. This is where you'll place employer information. Notice that it doesn't show dates here. This is how this format better hides gaps in employment. The education segment is the same as the other formats. The combination format takes the information from chronological and functional and blends them together. Professional experience looks a lot like chronological, but beneath the job title, you can insert the major skill from functional. The bullets beneath it, along with the education segment, are unchanged. The internet is full of resume templates to choose from. Now that you know the characteristics of chronological, functional, and combination formats, you'll have a better idea which templates to choose. You'll likely come across templates with placeholders for your photo. It looks cool, but it may distract from what you want to highlight, your skills. If you opt to use it, it may be best to use when handing out your resume face-to-face and use the traditional style when submitting your application online. You'll also see templates with colorful layouts. Applicant tracking systems, the automated HR system that sorts online applications, they have a hard time reading these. If it can't read it, you likely won't be selected for an interview. So if you choose to use these layouts, you may want to reserve it for when you're handing out resumes face-to-face. You're almost ready to write. There are a few best practices to keep in mind as you build and update your resume. Be clear and concise. Keep it to no more than 2 pages. Choose 10 to 12 point font in a standard type style, like Arial or Times New Roman. Avoid I, me, or my. proofread, and edit. And always be truthful.